Hi, I'm Tambrey Laine. Welcome to INN News. We begin with the raging wildfires in Colorado that have turned deadly. At least 2 people trying to salvage what they could from their homes did not make it out in time. The Black Forest Fire is being called the most destructive in Colorado history, with at least 15,000 acres burned and more than 370 homes lost. Jeanette and Kristen Coyne saw the unthinkable, their own home burning on television.
Is that really my house?
Coyne says there is a sort of comfort in at least knowing what happened to her house. Tens of thousands of people have been evacuated. Many are waiting to learn whether they'll have homes to return to. The fire is about 5% contained.
In the last couple of days.
And the weather is not helping. Crews are dealing with dry conditions, high temperatures, and gusty winds. Meteorologist Eric Garlick is here with more on that. Is there any relief in that part of the country in sight?
Not really. Temperatures are going to remain hot. We're going to see the breezy conditions continue, and we're going to continue to see that high fire danger across that region. We did have some severe weather to talk about, but definitely looking at the possibility for some hail and wind damage.
You're keeping an eye on it, and we'll check back with
Absolutely.
you in just a bit. All right, Eric, thanks. Investigators are trying to figure out what caused a deck to collapse in southern Florida. Between 50 and 100 people were on the deck at Chucker's Bar and Grill yesterday when it just fell right into Biscayne Bay. Customers were watching the Miami Heat San Antonio Spurs game, and the collapse happened just minutes before halftime.
And screaming.
24 people were hurt, 3 badly. Authorities say everyone who went into the water when the deck crumbled, though, is accounted for. Investigators in Louisiana are trying to figure out what caused a deadly explosion at a chemical plant. 1 person was killed in the blast yesterday at the Williams Olefins plant in Geismar between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. At least 75 workers were hurt.
One would think, but
OSHA is investigating. DNA on a cigarette butt solves at least 13 murders across the country, possibly even more. Investigators arrested Jose Manuel Martinez, a bail bondsman for drug cartels in Mexico. As our Laura Christmas reports, 2 unsolved murders in Florida are linked to his so-called profession.
INN News.
The White House says there's evidence Syria has used chemical weapons several times on a small scale, including the nerve agent sarin gas. Intelligence officials estimate 100 to 150 people have died from detected chemical weapons attacks. The White House says Syria has crossed a red line by using chemical weapons. The administration isn't saying what kind of military aid the U.S. might provide to that region. The UN says at least 90,000 people have been killed since rebels started the push to oust Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. A major election is underway overseas. Amanda Decker has that and more in your Global News Now.
And that's your Global News Now.
Now hiring. The trucking industry has plenty of openings. That plus $500,000 parking spaces. Travis Scupian gets back to business.
For Back to Business, I'm Travis Scupian.
Get ready to salute as Americans mark Flag Day. The first Flag Day was observed in Hartford, Connecticut, June 14, 1861. In 1877, Congress ordered the flag be flown on public buildings on that date. And later, in 1916, President Woodrow Wilson issued a proclamation asking the U.S. to observe Flag Day. And in 1949, Congress, in a joint resolution, agreed to an official Flag Day, and President Harry Truman approved. Maybe you're flying yours proudly today. We'll be right back.
Heavy rain across those areas.
Doesn't look like there are a whole lot of places that are going to stay completely dry, though.
No, there's going to be some pretty good rain chances across the whole U.S. the next couple days.
Helping with those drought conditions.
Absolutely.
Eric, thanks. Plastic surgery for your pet. People are paying big bucks for procedures that give their dog or cat the right look. Sometimes it's purely cosmetic. Other times it can actually help their health. And in some cases, it's covered by pet insurance. Zach Ravenzi has the story.
Kind of thing.
Some pet insurance plans do cover cosmetic procedures that make your pet healthier. Well, you want your dad to be healthy, but there's something he might not be doing to protect himself. A little expert advice ahead of Father's Day, next in Your Health. It's almost Father's Day, and as we prepare to celebrate dads, we're also taking time to recognize a leading cause of cancer for men, melanoma. Men and their loved ones should know the warning signs of this potentially deadly type of skin cancer. Here's Susan Hendricks with today's Health Minute.
I'm Susan Hendricks.
A beloved comic book hero gets another big screen reboot. Superman flies into theaters this weekend. A look at Man of Steel and what else is now showing right after the break. Clark Kent and Lois Lane are back on the big screen with a new twist on a classic superhero tale, plus celebrities like you've never seen them before. Andrew Spencer has a preview. Well, the dog days of summer are almost here, and one man is getting help with the yard work from his dog. That plus another look at how the weather's shaping up this weekend around the country when we come back. Doing weekly summer chores, maybe like mowing the lawn, can get a little boring, right? Well, not for one Vermont man. He always has his trusty companion on board. Henry Isley created a special chair on his mower for his dog Mia to ride in. He says she never wants to leave his side, so he had to get a little creative.
When I went to mow with the lawnmower, she wanted to be right between my legs, and that wasn't a safe place. So that's why I got the kids' lawn chair and rigged that up so that she'd have a safe place to ride.
That special chair includes a piece of foam to make Mia comfortable and some wire ties so she won't fall out. Isley suffers from chronic pain, and Mia is a therapy dog of sorts. She looks pretty happy. You're shaking your head.
I'm just speechless. The things people do for their dogs these days. You know, you got the bedazzled and diamond-laced little carrying cases.
Yeah.
And
I don't go that far, but
I mean, I understand, you know,
if my little dog could help me mow the lawn, I'd be all over that.
They're your companion, and they want to be with you all the time, but you got to draw the line somewhere. I saw a thing on Facebook the other day, 2 wedding held for dogs.
For dogs?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't understand it. But,
Let's take another look at our forecast.
In terms of weather, over the next 48 hours.
All right, Eric, thanks. From all of us here at INN, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.